Do happy people smoke weed? Let's face it, most people who are smoking weed are only really happy when they're high. More often than not, people who smoke weed have some internal issue going on. When our system is in a state of stress, it becomes very difficult to be happy. Happiness and stress are both feelings at the end of the day. We can access them both, as we all have been happy before and we all have been stressed too. Happiness tends to come from prior structure that leads to an experience of some sort of gain in your life. This can be seen in such things as exercising or going to the gym, because when we go to the gym and structure in that routine, we gain health. We start seeing results. Our endorphins help us feel better. And all of those things tend to make us a happier individual. But that takes structure. It takes discipline. It takes one to continue those habits. Just like you continue the habit of turning to marijuana to fix your problems. Stress tends to come from a lack of structure, and that comes in many forms. Not applying for a new job when your current job stresses you out is just one of those things. Another could be not setting boundaries within your relationships, leading you to anger, frustration, and bitterness towards others. Or turning to weed to change how you feel instead of addressing the issues in your life in the moment that will help you feel better. Now, I could tell you all day what you maybe need to do different in your particular situation. But if you don't feel like that's something that you can do, it actually makes a lot of sense to why you have turned to marijuana. Because when people feel like they're not good at something or that they're capable of something, they tend to want to shy away from sitting in that. They tend to not want to associate into the fact that they're not where they wish they were. And that's where people will use marijuana to change their internal state, to change how they feel about some internal dilemma or stressor in their life. Now, obviously, we all know that exercise or maybe meditation, deep breathing, and all these other attributes that we could start applying to our lives could add more happiness. But if you don't have the drive to do those things, if you don't feel like that's something not only that you could do, but you could maintain in the long term, then you're probably going to turn to marijuana instead, because marijuana is very easy. It takes little to no effort. It's not something that you have to think about. It's not something that you have to try and do. It's literally pack a bowl, roll a joint, light it up, and inhale. And almost within seconds from that moment, your whole dynamic gets to change. Your whole internal reality shifts and you go to a more synthetic version of what you truly desire. Because what you truly desire is usually what you're getting from marijuana. If you smoke to relax on the weekends or relax after work, on some level you probably want to be a person that relaxes more. You don't want to be so uptight and bound up. And so rather than having to become dependent on something, we all know that the best resource would be is to have that within ourselves, have that resource connection to ourselves, to be somebody that's more relaxed, that's carefree, that isn't always worried or anxious and depressed about things. So if that's something that you would like to address, to get to the root cause of why you're still struggling to achieve that on your own, it's something I can help you with, and I'll be more than glad to. Just reach out via Calendly link, and from there, obviously, we'll have a one-on-one session. It's absolutely free, and within that session, I really just kind of get a feeler for what you're going through. What exactly is the issues that you're encountering in your life, because everybody is a degree different. So whatever that is, I need to become aware of that and to see if we would even be a good fit at all. But if anything, you'll probably just leave that phone session with a degree of awareness that you didn't have prior to that. It'll help you kind of connect some of the dots to some of the issues that you've been struggling with to where you're turning to marijuana as a solution. So regardless, something that's free can actually be extremely beneficial to your overall development, to your overall success in getting the internal changes that you wish you had organically. If that interests you, reach out.